When you think about life, we've often heard that it's the small things in life that make all the difference. One of the habits that successful people have, that they form, is to get into the habit of focusing on the positives. And I want to share with you one good habit to get into that will help you to turn challenging times into tremendous opportunities. I often do this. I go into the internet and I'll type in quotations on motivation or inspirational quotations and just start to read them. So I'm going to take a couple of quotations and we're going to just go through them and let's see what we can actually learn from this. One of my favorites: until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents, meetings, and material assistance which no man could have dreamt would have come his way. I learnt a deep respect for one of Goethe's couplets: whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Isn't that amazing quotation by W.H. Murray, the Scottish Himalayan expedition? So the question I want to ask you is, what do you feel a strong sense of commitment to in your life? What are you passionate about? What are your goals? I'm very passionate about helping people to access their true essence. And I have a unique way that I've uncovered after 30 years of working on myself, that I uncovered, that I want to share with people. And what I want to share, you can find on the internet, but it's a little bit different to the normal motivational stuff that many other people are sharing. And I'm going to be talking more about it. But what happens in my being, there's a part of me that says, I wonder if people are really going to be open to what I have to share. And sometimes I feel a little bit blocked to share what I want to share. And I realize that when I remind myself of what my purpose is in life, that I want to see more truth in the world. I want people to take more control of their power and to learn to manifest their goals in life. When I refocus on my purpose and why I'm alive, then I realize I cannot be scared about sharing my truth. I have to share my truth, and because it's why I'm alive. So I remind myself of what am I committed to. What I want to share with people is the importance of learning to take control of our power and learning to access our true essence. Now, what I've found after the last 30 years, and I've created a couple of videos on YouTube. If you type in my name, Selwyn Levy, just go to YouTube, you'll actually access all my videos there. There's about 14 videos where I go into more detail. But what I've uncovered after 30 years of working on my own personal development, I came to the realization that inner power is very, very important in terms of manifesting what we want. Inner power is also very, very important in terms of having a quality life and feeling our sense of abundant value and worth. But now this is the secret that I uncovered. I realized after working on myself for 18 years, I started to get in touch with my inner energy. How did I learn about this? And it took me a long time. I realized that my sexual energy is very, very powerful. And I uncovered that part of the journey back to our higher self is learning to work with our sexual energy, learning to take that power and to work with it. And it can actually help you to access your higher self. I'm not going into detail about this because, as I mentioned on YouTube, there's a couple of videos where I go into detail about this. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because after talking about commitment, that, as I said, when I remind myself that what my purpose is, then I remind myself that I must share what I've uncovered. I must share my truth. And people that are open to it, fine. People that are not, it's also okay. So it's very important to have commitment in life. Commitment comes from our purpose, knowing ourselves and what we really want. So I ask you again, what is your purpose in life? Why are you here? Why are you on Earth School? What do you want to contribute with your life? How do you want to make a difference in people's lives that's going to live on for all eternity? Let's take another quote. There is only one religion, the religion of love. Satya Sai Baba. There's only one religion, the religion of love. Isn't that amazing? So if you think about it, love is the same for all of us, right? We are all spiritual beings having a human experience, and the one thing that we all have access to, and that's the same deep inside our beings, is love. So what does that mean to you? There's only one religion, the religion of love. That's amazing. What comes up for me is that if we all take the time and dig inside ourselves and uncover this love that is our essence, we will start to realize that deep down we are actually all the same in our essence. There's only one sun that heats up the whole universe. There is only one moon. The stars are the same for all of us. So the one thing where we are all the same is there's love that is our very essence. The next quote, see what comes up for you. Find your passion, make it work. Albert Einstein. Find your passion and make it work. I like the word find. How do you uncover your passion? What are some things you can do to find your passion? Focus on the things that you really love to do. What do you love spending time doing? What do you want to find out more about doing? In what way do you want to contribute to the world? What are you curious about? So find your passion, make it work. During this lockdown period, many people are losing their jobs, and it can be a time of hardship. It can also be a time of incredible opportunity. And uh, one of the ways that you can turn the situation into an opportunity is to ask yourself, what are you passionate about? What obstacles have you overcome in your life? What changes have you made? What did you learn from the pain that you've overcome, the hardship? And how can you use that information, your talents and your abilities? What can you do well? Can you play a musical instrument well? Are you good at teaching? Are you good at cooking? What can you do well, and uh, how can you add value to other people's lives and earn income in that process? So find your passion, make it work, focus on what you're really passionate about. What are you really passionate about in life? Many times we focus on problems, we're focusing on obstacles, we are allowing this COVID story to block us and to get in the way of what we really should be spending our time doing. Now, I'm not saying for one moment that we mustn't be aware of what's going on around us. Of course, we need to be aware. But we need to be spending time on our passion, on how we want to make a difference in the world. Because what does the world need, friends? The world needs people like you, like me, people that are excited about life, that want to make a difference, and that are following their passion. And many times it's tough. It's not so easy to follow your passion. I'm lately asking myself, I've created videos and I've got to find a way to generate income. But one thing is for sure, I've made a commitment, a strong commitment to helping people to uncover their true essence and to access their power and to learn to take control of their power and learn to manifest what they want. So find your passion, make it work. Albert Einstein. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm taking a quote, I'm just reading it, and I'm seeing what's coming up for me. This is a wonderful habit to get into, to just take some inspirational quotes on a regular basis, read them, think about them, and how they can apply to your life. Now, this is something else that's another exciting quote. If you bring your sexual impulses to your creative work, you'll be working from deep in the genetic code, down where life wants to make new life and feel good in the process. Eric Maisel. I'm going to read that again. If you bring your sexual impulses to your creative work, you'll be working from deep in the genetic code, down where life wants to make new life and feel good in the process. Eric Maisel. What comes up for you when I read that quote? How in touch are you with your sexual energy? Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. There's a whole chapter about sex transmutation. He spent 25 years studying successful people, and one of the things that they all have in common, they learn to take their sexual energy, their sexual pleasure, and to transform it into creative power. Also, your sexual energy. If we all want more intimacy in our lives, we want beautiful, deep relationships with our partners, with our spouse. And one of the key factors, the secrets I'm going to be doing a video on, is learning to use and get in touch with your sexual energy. If you can learn to get in touch with your sexual pleasure and your sexual energy, it's a mysterious power, and there's a lot of secret to it. You can learn to have the most amazing, energetic, spiritual connection with your partner, with your spouse, on a very, very deep, intimate level. You can experience the most amazing pleasure when you learn to work with your sexual energy. It's so exciting. This is what I've uncovered in the last couple of years that I'm working on. Very, very exciting. And how important it is to teach children that it's so healthy to feel sexual pleasure and to teach them to work with their sexual pleasure. I believe that a lot of addictions, I'm not talking from a medical point of view now, but I'm talking from habits. Many times we form addictions. People get into using drugs, um, all the things that cause the body harm. Why? Because they're not in touch with their sexual energy. They don't feel good about sexual pleasure. We've got to learn to have healthy beliefs around sexual pleasure and sexual energy. It's such a powerful, powerful subject. And I created a video around it on YouTube where I said that sexual energy is a pathway back to the higher self. I encourage you to go and have a look at that video. No one's going to make our life work for us. We have to take responsibility and make it work. So that's another quote. Let's take a few more. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go and do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. Howard Thurman quotes, what makes you come alive? Like I mentioned, what excites you? How do you want to make a difference in the world? What are you passionate about? Do you love playing a musical instrument? Do you love poetry? Do you love writing books? Do you love teaching art? Are you very good at cleanliness? Are you very good at being organized in life? What are you passionate about? And start focusing on how you contribute and make life better for others. And in that way, you can also generate income. If you think about all the people that are hugely successful, most of them are very, very passionate about what they do. If you take the professional golfers, you know what it takes to become a professional golfer and be in the top 50 in the world? These guys hit hundreds and thousands of golf balls. Their commitment, any sport, anybody that is truly passionate about something has put an enormous amount of time into it, and they bear the fruits. So focus on what excites you and how you can make a difference in the world. Whatever the soul knows how to seek, it cannot fail to obtain. Margaret Fuller. Whatever the soul knows how to seek, it cannot fail to obtain. Margaret Fuller. So all the answers are inside ourselves. As long as our soul knows how to seek, it cannot fail to obtain. And here's another very, very good quote that's good for me in my own life to take more action. If you wait to do everything until you're sure it's right, you'll probably never do much of anything. Win Borden quotes. If you wait to do everything until you're sure it's right, you'll probably never do much of anything. Win Borden. So what is it that excites you? Is it a book you want to write? Is it music you want to create? You want to start podcasting on the internet? What excites you? Start to take action. The first time I did a recording was about 2-3 years ago. I was at the Botanical Gardens in Roodepoort, and I just had this gut feel to wish people a Happy New Year. So I took my smartphone, my Samsung, and that's where I started. I didn't even really know what I was going to say. I started recording a video, and I posted it on Facebook. And from that, I still sometimes get a bit nervous before I do a live stream, but you know what? I just take action anyway. Let's take one more. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Mark Twain. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Mark Twain. What does that mean? Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Mark Twain. See, where does kindness come from? What that says to me, it's all about our energy and it's all about the heart. It's about emotions and energy. When we feel kindness, we're radiating energy. Externally, we are giving of ourselves and radiating energy. We're radiating love, and all beings can feel it. Isn't that amazing? That people respond to us based on how we evaluate and see ourselves. So, where does kindness start? Excuse me. Kindness starts with ourselves by learning to get to know ourselves, by learning to love who we really are deep inside ourselves. And when we've overcome tremendous challenges in our own lives and we learn to appreciate ourselves and to love who we really are, we can be kind. And kindness can be in small little things that we do. Sending someone a message, just thanking them for how they enrich your life. Posting a message on Facebook, on the social media platforms. And there's another quote that comes up for me that came out of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. And Bruce Barton said, sometimes when I consider what tremendous consequences come from little things, I am tempted to think there are no little things. Isn't that amazing? It's the little things that make the huge difference. So to sum up, this is a very, very good habit to get into. To learn to fill our minds with positive thoughts. Take some inspirational quotes, put them on your phone, put them on your computer, and from time to time just read them and think about them and see how they can apply to your life. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share it. Let's get this positive information out to as many people as we can. And right now I'm doing one-on-ones with people, helping them to have more clarity in life, helping them to find more meaning and purpose, teaching them to have more intimacy, how to take control of their power, and how to manifest what they really want in life. I'm very, very passionate about this. So if you'd like to have a one-on-one with me, just message me, and I'd really look forward to working with you. So remember, friends, it's the little things in life that make the huge difference. The choices we make right now will have huge consequences down the line for many, many generations to come.